Jeff
International Space
Bezos
Station.
basically put his girlfriend and her pals into a giant vibrator, shot them into orbit for 10 minutes, and they came back telling all about the thrill.
Katy Perry has had enough. No more silence. No more smiling for the cameras. This isn't about chart positions or pop rivalries anymore. It's about betrayal, manipulation, and a staged mission that turned her into an international punchline. In a lawsuit that's already being called the most explosive of her career, Katy Perry is suing Jeff Bezos, yes, that Jeff Bezos, for $50 million, claiming he orchestrated a sham space event that damaged her emotionally, physically, and professionally. And that's just the start. She says her trust was weaponized, her fame exploited, and her image sold off to legitimize a lie. But the question isn't just, did Katy Perry get scammed? It's nice, how far will she go to burn it all down? It began like something out of a science fiction fairy tale. Katy Perry, one of the most recognizable pop stars on the planet, was invited to join what was pitched as the most groundbreaking moment in entertainment history. The first pop performance in space. The pitch? A partnership with Bezos' space company, sold to her team as a moonshot collaboration. She would perform a short, inspirational set from orbit, symbolizing the intersection of human creativity and technological evolution. It would be live-streamed globally with exclusive content tied to her next album launch. A PR goldmine, and on paper, it sounded foolproof. The promotional materials spoke of zero-gravity acoustics, state-of-the-art stabilization tech, and even a limited edition NFT drop tied to the performance. It wasn't just a performance, it was a revolution. A message of hope from the stars. But according to Perry, that dream quickly twisted into a nightmare. In the weeks leading up to the mission, Katy's camp claims they began noticing inconsistencies. Promised safety demonstrations were rescheduled. Technical briefings became vague. Crew members refused to answer direct questions. And the spacecraft? It didn't look like any real launch vehicle.
What about the hatch?
Still. Contracts were signed. Press had already picked up the story. And backing out, her team feared would cause a media meltdown. So she boarded what she believed was a legitimate vessel. But here's where it gets disturbing. In the lawsuit, Perry alleges the launch was nothing more than a soundstage sim. A high-budget VR-like simulation tricked out with camera tricks, special effects, and atmospheric lighting. The sensation of takeoff, she now believes, was artificially generated. There was no orbit, no zero gravity, no stars, just a dark studio, a pop star, and a billion-dollar illusion. The moment the performance aired, reactions were mixed. Some called it stunning, others confusing. But soon, cracks in the illusion began to show. Space experts began questioning the footage. Journalists raised red flags about the mission's timeline. And then the internet, never one to hold back, went nuclear. Memes exploded overnight. Conspiracy theories labeled it Katy's moonwalk hoax. Late-night hosts compared it to a high school theater production. Her credibility took a hit. Hard. And for Katy? It was like watching her legacy shatter in real time. Brands that once chased her stopped calling. Film and music deals quietly evaporated. Even fans, her most loyal defenders, were left unsure. Was she in on it? Was it a stun? Or was she a pawn in something much bigger? In leaked text to a friend, she reportedly wrote, "They made me a clown in space. I'm not sure I'll ever recover." But Katy didn't just retreat. She regrouped. Within weeks, her legal team filed suit against Bezos and his space company. The accusations were blunt: deception, fraud, endangerment, and emotional trauma. But behind the scenes, Perry was preparing something much bigger. Sources say she has thousands of pages of documentation, including contracts, NDAs, internal memos, and time-stamped video footage. Some of it, reportedly, shows crew members being coached to act as though it's real for promotional footage. And it gets worse. Whistleblowers are starting to emerge. At least 2 anonymous insiders have already confirmed parts of her story. One reportedly told Perry's attorneys, We were told to make it look like space. That's all. Make it look real. What started as a lawsuit is now beginning to look like a full-scale industry expose. Away. One unnamed pop star reportedly canceled a launch appearance just days after Perry's suit went public. Bezos' space brand is reportedly seeing contract withdrawals from several key partners. Advertisers are concerned. Investors are nervous. The glamour around space tourism, once shiny, new, and futuristic, is now tainted with scandal. In the words of one entertainment exec, Katy Perry just cracked the mirror, and now everyone's terrified to look at their reflection. But Katy's not done yet. She's flipping the humiliation into a message, and she's doing it on her terms. A tell-all interview is rumored to be in the works, with early talks reportedly involving Oprah and streaming platforms already circling. Her legal team is prepping a media counteroffensive. There's talk of a new single, raw, unfiltered, and pointed, inspired by the Betrayal, and behind closed doors, she's rallying other celebs who've been misled in tech-driven campaigns. According to sources, multiple pop culture icons are now quietly sharing notes and contracts, wondering if they too were used. One insider put it bluntly, Katy's making this a movement, not just a lawsuit. This isn't just about space anymore. It's about the blurred lines between entertainment and tech, between marketing and manipulation. It's about how fame is now a currency in billionaire agendas, used to sell products, launch rockets, move stock prices. Perry's suit is forcing conversations in Hollywood boardrooms and government chambers alike. Should there be stricter regulation around celebrity involvement in experimental ventures? Are these just publicity stunts? Or is there real risk? And if something goes wrong, who's accountable? Legal analysts suggest this case could set precedent, not just for endorsements, but for safety, transparency, and disclosure in high-stakes tech partnerships. People close to Perry say she's changed, more focused, less trusting. She's not here to play nice anymore, said one longtime associate. She trusted the wrong people. Now she's going to make sure no one else does. Sources say she's channeled her energy into building a legal fortress with top-tier lawyers known for dismantling corporate giants. Her team is issuing subpoenas, digging into Bezos' communications, tracing funding trails and production decisions, and reportedly she's started journaling, documenting the emotional cost of the scandal. That journal, one friend says, could become a memoir or evidence. Either way, the world is going to hear her side. Loud and clear, Jeff Bezos may have imagined a future where billionaires launch pop stars into space and rewrite the rules of fame. But what he didn't expect? That one of those stars would fight back and try to rewrite the rules for everyone. Katy Perry's $50 million lawsuit has already done more than just name names. It's challenged the culture of untouchable billionaires, unchecked branding, and blind trust. It's exposed the danger of turning fame into a marketing tool and the price of chasing illusions. From glitter and stage lights to subpoenas and press conferences, Katy Perry's transformation is staggering. But for her, it's not about reinvention, it's about reckoning. She's not looking for another hit single, she's looking for justice. And if this case plays out the way it's shaping up, she just might get it.
How did you go to the toilet while you're up there? I have on one of those toilet pads. I often use them in the car. It's kind of gross.